Okay, here we go. Too loud. For just a chance to win your heart, you can set the bar beyond the stars. I'll do anything, anything you'll ask me to. Say you want the moon, watch me learn to fly. Ain't a mountain you could point to I wouldn't climb. It's crazy, but it's true. There's nothing I won't do. I'd risk it all for you. To hold your hand and call you mine. I'm trying to be your man till the end of time. Oh, I'll do anything, anything you'll ask me to. I would run through a fire just to be by your side. If your heart's on the line, you could take mine. It's crazy, but it's true. There's nothing I won't do. I'd risk it all for you. I would swim across the sea just to show you. Sacrifice my heart just to show you. I could go on and on to prove that you belong here in my arms. Say you want the moon, watch me learn to fly. Ain't a mountain you could point to I wouldn't climb. It's crazy, but it's true. There's nothing I won't do. I'd risk it all for you. It's crazy, but it's true. There's nothing I won't do. I'd risk it all for you. Messed up a couple times, but oh well. Hey, what's up guys? It is Junebug and we are here with the tutorial for Bruno Mars' song called Risk It All. And it's really fun to play on ukulele, and I think I made it sound really good. And let's just get to it. Alright, I hope it's focused. It's been a while since I made a tutorial, but we got your ukulele here in standard tuning. Okay. And we are going to learn the intro part, which goes like this. Okay, so the first chord you're going to learn how to play is an E minor, which is open 4, 3, 2. And then right here, I'm gonna try to put some chords like right here, but for like the nitty gritty stuff, sometimes I might skip it so that you can just learn what I'm telling you. So you got the open 4, 3, 2, E minor, and then after that I do this on the 3rd string. So just open, 2, 3, 2, open, 2, 3. So, and then if you can do this, I kind of like bend the string, like I distort the string at the end, because if you do it fast enough, it goes like. If you want to practice doing that on your own, you can. So, and then this next chord is gonna be really fast. Like what I do is 2, 2, open, open, and then I'm gonna have my finger right here for the next practice part, for the next step. So you do your middle finger, ring finger, 2, 2, open, open. But I'm gonna put my pointer finger on the 2nd string on the 1, because I'm gonna go straight from 2, 2, open, open, and then going to 2, 1, open, open. Okay, so all together. And then you're going 2, 2, and then going to the 2, 1. And then I'm focusing more on the first 3 strings. First 3 strings, instead of like hitting that last string. But it doesn't matter. Whatever you want to do. Next chord is a 2, 2, open. 2, 2, 2, open, which is a D. And then this part on the 3rd string, it goes 2, 3, pinky on the 5, going back up the scale, 3, 2, back to 3, back to that 5. And then that same thing with that like previous one, I try to like bend the string a little, distort it, because it kind of sounds cool. So after that D, okay, and then this next chord is a rendition of that D chord that you learned, but I bar my finger on the 2, so you don't have to play all of it, but the focus is on the first 3 strings like this. And then I'll put my middle finger right here on that 2nd string on the 3 for later, because after that you put your ring finger on the 4 right here. So you're doing 2, you're technically doing 2, 4, 2, 2. But I am hitting mostly the first 3 strings, so I'm excluding that. And then I'm going like this. So it kind of like, you can hear this part more. And then you lift your ring finger, and then you go to the 2, 3, 2. So, right? And then right here. Okay, nice. And then the next part is that E minor again, which is open 4, 3, 2. And then right here, you're focusing on these middle 2 strings, but what you're doing, so that first part is 1, open, just hitting that, but hitting them at the same time. And then next part is 4, 3. So, So you do that 3 times. And then you go back to the 1. And then you put your middle finger right on that first string because you're going to play that 2-1 open open. So after this, and then that 2-1 open open, which is an A. And then after that, you just strum the chords, the strings, the 2nd, 3rd, and then 4th. Okay, so and then this last part. So I'm focusing on those last, or those middle 2 strings again. So that's 4, 3, and then you're sliding to the 2 and 2. So and then the next one is 1 open. So that's slide. And then the next chord is, or the next thing is 2 open. So it doesn't sound cool, but when you play it fast, it sounds better. 2 open. And then you're going back to that 2, 1 open open. Okay. And that is the whole intro part. So, okay, it took me a long time for me to try to play that from a ukulele's perspective. So, with practice, you will get better at it. I will play it really slow so that you can follow along. But if you have any questions, replay back the video, because I'll try to put some like chords and stuff over here to help you out. All right, let's play it. Okay, so next part is the verse, and after you start learning the main chords, they start to recycle over and over again, and then he adds a little bit more chords at the end. But the verse will go like this, and I'm going to sing a little lower because I can't sing that high for right now. It goes, for just a chance, to win your heart, you can set the bar beyond the stars. I'll do anything, anything you'll ask me to. Okay, so the first chord that you play is that E minor, the open 4-3-2. And when you play it, all I do is I strum it, and then I hit like the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th string. And then like sometimes I'll change it up, but like as long as you're hitting the right, or as long as you're hitting the strings and holding that chord, no matter what you strum, like, or pluck, it's all gonna sound the same, or it's gonna all sound good. So win your heart. Sometimes I go I strum it again, all the chords or all the strings. So it doesn't really matter, but or whichever one you want to do. I like that actually. So strum, hit this for second, third string, and then strum it again. To win your heart, for just a chance. To win your heart, to win your heart. So what I'm doing, I'm playing that A chord, which is 2, 1, open, open. I'm strumming it a little, or I'm plucking it a little. And then I'm strumming that 2, lifting it back up to the regular A. Does that make sense? So, to win your or for just a chance, to win your heart. Okay. And then the next chord is a D, which is 2, 2, 2, open. You can set the bar. So that's my normal strumming that I'm thinking of. So I'm strumming it, second string, third string, then re-strumming it. You can set the bar. And then this next part, beyond the stars. Kind of like that first part. But this part is 2, 3, 2, 2. So I'm barring the second fret with my pointer finger. And then I'm putting my middle finger right here on the 3, on the second string. Which is what we learned in the intro too. And then I do, so I'm strumming, second string, third string, and then I do this. So that ring finger is on the 4, and then I lift it up and strum it again with that chord. Okay, so let's just play it all. For just a chance to win your heart, you can set the bar beyond the stars. I'll do anything. And then this part, you're going back to that E minor. I'll do anything. And then that A, anything you ask me to. So that part, it's kind of like just plucking to, like plucking in a scale. So I'll do anything. And then right here, your A, anything you'll. So I strum it, and then second, third, fourth string. I'll do anything. Anything you'll. And then this next chord is a G, open, 2, 3, 2. So anything you'll ask me. Same thing, I'm strumming, second string, third string, fourth string. And then the next chord is open, 1, 2, 1. And anything you'll ask me to. Same thing. Next chord is, I forget, but it's 2, 1, 2, open. Okay, so I'll do anything, I'll do anything. Anything you'll ask me to. Okay. The next chord is 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, open. Alright? And then you just ring that out. I'll do anything. Anything you'll ask me to. Let it ring. Say you want the moon. and then that'll be the chorus afterwards. So let's play that whole thing all together. So the verse will go like this. For just a chance to win your heart, you can set the bar beyond the stars. I'll do anything, anything you'll ask me to. Say you want the moon. Alright, so we are at the chorus now, and the chorus has the same kind of chords as before. So you're starting with that E minor. Watch me learn, say you want the moon. Watch me learn to fly. Going to that A. So, say you want the moon, watch me learn to fly. Ain't no mountain you could point to I wouldn't climb. So, the first time you do the E minor, and then that A, and then you go into that D, but after the D, you start to strum it. You start to pluck it. Mountain, mountain. So that going to the D, and then that 2, 1, 2 open. So I wouldn't climb. So that 2, 3, 2 chord, and then you're going to that 4. So all again. Say you want the moon, watch me learn to fly. Ain't a mountain you can point to I wouldn't climb. So, and then 4. It's crazy, but it's true. There's nothing I won't do. I'd risk it all for you. Okay, so that next part, it's crazy, but it's true. So you're doing that E minor again, and then you're strumming 2nd, 3rd, 4th. It's crazy, but it's true. There's nothing I won't do. Same thing as the intro. That 4, 3, 2, 2, 1, open, then 2, open, and then 2, 1, open, open. A. It's crazy, but it's true. There's nothing I won't do. And then I just let it ring, and I play the A again, and then I put my finger, this ring finger, right on the 3rd string on that 2. So I risk it, and then hit that 2nd string. I risk it, and this is not in the song or anything. I just do it because it's going in tune with the singing too. So I risk it, and then this next part, 2, 2, open, open. 2, 2, open, open, and then you're going to that D, 2, 2, 2, open. I risk it all for you. And then to end it, just bar the whole 2nd fret. Okay? It's crazy, but it's true. There's nothing I won't do. I'd risk it all for So let's do that one more time. Say you want the moon. Oh, so say you want the moon. Watch me learn to fly. Ain't a mountain you could point to I wouldn't climb. It's crazy, but it's true. There's nothing I won't do. I'd risk it all for you. Alright guys, I am running out of steam. It's really late and it's been a while since I've done a tutorial. So here we go. Okay, so the second verse goes like this. You're doing the same chords at E minor. To hold your hand and call you mine. I'm trying to be your man till the end of time. Oh, I'll do anything, anything you'll ask me to. Ooh, I would run through a fire. Okay, so the only thing is the second verse, you start to just strum it, or just downstrokes. To hold your hand and call you mine. Down, up, that A 2-1 going to 2-2. So you're detecting a pattern here, right? So to hold your hand and call you mine. Down, down. I'm trying to be your man till the end of time. Same thing. Down, down. That 4 going to the 3. Oh, I'll do anything, anything you'll ask me to. And then this is the new part. I would go and I would run through a fire. So that part is that like from 2, 3, 2. I would run through a. This is 5, 6, 5. And then you can exclude the last string. So I would run through a fire. Okay. And then this same chord, E minor. I would run through fire just to be by your side. This is a new chord. It's open 2, 3, 1. I would run through a fire just to be by your side. If your heart's on the line. Next chord, 2, 1, 2, open. If your heart's on the line, you could take mine. It's crazy, but it's true. Okay, so I did the E minor, this new chord, and then 2, 1, 2, open. You could take mine, the same chord, 2, 3, 2, 2. And I do that thing again, that. You could take mine. It's crazy, but it's true. Downstrokes, going back to that E minor. There's nothing I won't do. So it's that same thing. I'd risk it. Same thing, that putting that ring finger. I'd risk it all for you. I'd risk it all for you. Okay, let's do that again, and then yeah, we'll get to the next part. I would run through a fire just to be by your side. If your heart's on the line, you could take mine. It's crazy, but it's true. There's nothing I won't do. I'd risk it all for you. Okay, so after that, I risk it all for you. Next chord is that G, open 2 3 2. And then you're moving it over to 2 3 2, open. So all these chords should be not new to you, so. And then this. And then the next chord, open 2 3 1. So this is a new chord, 5 3 3 3. Okay. I'd risk it all for you, and then we're gonna get to the interlude part. Alright, so the interlude part. So after you do the I would swim across the sea just to show you, sacrifice my heart just to hold you. I could go on and on to prove that you belong here in my arms. Okay, so after you do the I would swim, this chord, open 2 3 1. I would swim across the sea just to hold you. New chord, 2, open, open, open. That's an A minor. Just to hold you. Sacrifice. This is a new chord too. 2, open, 1, open, which is an F. Sacrifice my life just to hold you. New chord, 2 2 1, open. And then I'm still just doing downstroke, so I would swim across the sea just to hold you. Sacrifice my life just to hold you. I could go on and on. New chord, 3 3 3 1. I could go on and on to prove that you belong. Same chord, 2 1, open, open, that A chord. I could go on and on to prove that you belong here in my arms. D, 2 2 2, open. You can do down, up, down, up, down at the end, or you can just do faster. So let's go over that one more time. I would swim across the sea just to hold you. Sacrifice my heart just to hold you. I could go on and on to prove that you belong here in my arms. And then we're gonna go to that solo part. Okay, it's time for the cool part. This is the solo part, and it's gonna sound like this. Okay, first part. Okay, really easy once you break it down and then you start getting used to playing it faster and faster. So you start at the second string on that 1. Okay, 1, going to 2. And then this, you're going to take your middle finger and you're going to do a slide 2 to 4. Okay. Oop, my bad. So. Okay, so 2, or 1, 2, 2 to 4. And then the next part is you're doing an open string on the 3rd. But you're going to do a hammer on, which means you're just going to, when it's still resonating, you're going to hammer your finger on the 2 right here. Okay. And then this next part, you're going to go 2 to 3, but you're going to hammer that on, so. And right after that, and then you're going to hit that open string at the last string. And then you're going to do it back on the 3rd string, that same thing, 2 to 3. And that's mostly it. So you're going. And then when you do that, so your middle finger is positioned right in the perfect position because you're going to go play an E minor chord after that. So. And I always start on the 2nd string on that 4. And then you're just downstroking like you're playing chords again. So after this. Okay. Okay, so you're going to a E minor, and then you're going back to this. But remember, it's like I'm trying to play both the rhythm guitar and then the solo. So right after this, and then I'm going back. I'm going straight to another chord, a D, a 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay, so we're gonna break that down. Sorry, it's confusing. It's confusing to teach you it when like I'm not in here in person stuff. So, and then hit that 2nd string. Right away. So what I'm doing on that 3rd string, 2, 3, and then I go 3 to 5. I do that hammer on. It's kind of like delayed, like it sounds better than it sounds better like, and then go back to 3, 2, and then right on that when I try to hit that 2 again, I'm gonna already like bring my fingers to the chord, so like, and then I'm gonna hit that, but then I'm gonna be ready to play the chord after, so Okay, and then that chord is that 2, which is kind of like the D, the 2 2 2, and then going to the 4 part, the okay. So let's put that together now. So this part is, I try to keep my finger right on these last 2 strings, and I'm doing the last string like this, 2 to 3, and then that's like a hammer-on pull-off. So you're going hammer-on to 3, and then you're gonna do 1 faster, where you're doing, but you're like pulling off it. So you're hammering it on, and then you're pulling off it as well. Does that make sense? And then on the other string, I'm gonna do from 3 going to 2, but I'm pulling off. So and then I end with the 3 right here. And then it's in the perfect position where I go back to an E minor chord. So and then going back. And then this is the last part. It's, and instead of doing the, I go 2, 3, 5, and then instead of this, I hit it with my with the last string. Because I'm going to be playing a D afterwards. Okay, so kind of lost track. Where am I? I don't know. And then hit that last string, because you're going to go straight to a D. And then these chords go fast, because it's like, and what I hit this last, the 3rd string. Say you want the moon. And then that's the whole solo part. So let's go really, really slow. I know this is going to be like a super long video, but I swear it sounds super good if you learn how to play this whole song. It's kind of like not for beginners, but whatever. Here we go. Say you want the moon. Okay. Okay, so we ended on this and then this transition part goes back to the next chorus, this 2 3 2, and then that 5 6 5. So say you want the moon, and then it's just the same chorus as last time. Say you want the moon, watch me burn the flag, any mountain you can point to, I wouldn't climb. But right here, you can change it up. I play the same thing again, like, it's crazy, but it's true. So that transition part, you can just like add it to like different parts of the song, but I added to that part. So say you want the moon, watch me learn to fly. Ain't a mountain, oh my bad. Watch you learn to fly. Ain't a mountain you could point to I wouldn't climb. It's crazy, but it's true. There's nothing I won't do. I'd risk it. This part, I change it up a little bit. I do this, and then I put my finger on the second string. So, and then I hit that third string right here. I'd risk it. I'd risk it. I'd risk it all. Go same thing. The 2 2 2. Oh, this one's a little different. I'd risk it. Going to D. All for that's normal. And then this next chord, which is 4 2 2 2. I'd risk it all for you. It's crazy, but I do it again. It's crazy, but it's true. There's nothing I won't do. I'd risk it all for you. Okay, and that's mostly it. And then I do this at the end. Okay, this last part, you don't have to do it, but it's 2 2 2 4. And then I just do my pinky like a pull off, so, and then I just strum it like this, because it sounds very mariachi and stuff. So that is the whole song. Woohoo! Okay guys, so that was the whole song. Man, that was a really long song to learn, but I swear if you practice over and over again, it sounds really good, like putting it all together. I try to not dumb down my ukulele tutorials, and I think it sounds like super complex when you add all the solos and the different parts of the ukulele and stuff, and these like chords to it and stuff too. So I'm gonna try to do more videos, but it's really hard because I feel not motivated sometimes, or I have a lack of like trying to like do these videos because they take a long time. But again, if you have any questions, just feel free to message me or comment or something like that, and add me on Instagram. It's my real Instagram, and I'm pretty active on that, so if you want to talk to me, you're more than welcome to. And thank you so much for watching this whole video, guys, and I hope to see you on the next one. And I'm so tired. Bye guys.